Hey Natural Beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today, excuse me, today is the challenge you have all been waiting for. Yeah, I don't know if you've been waiting for this challenge, but a couple people did request for me to do a battle between two gels that I kind of found to be similar or familiar. So if you're curious to know which gel is the best, at least for my hair, out of these two coil defining sculpting custards and gels, keep on watching. The Tough Cookie Style Defining Gel by the TPH by Taraji line, and the Mielle Pomegranate Honey Coil Sculpting Custard. So, in my opinion, both of these products definitely give you deep definition. They both have holding power, but for me, the last time I used it, which is the video you guys seen where I reviewed the TPH line, this one had more holding and staying power. However, I do believe this one is more prone to flake if you overdo it. And let me give an update on that, because when I did the video and I finished shedding my hair, dried everything, I didn't see any flaking. However, over a day or two later, I did notice some flaking in the areas, and you'll see in the video, I'll try to put the clip in, but you'll see in the front, which is where my hair is very fine and a lot less dense. Usually when I put gel there, it's always overkill because I'm doing it in the same manner that I apply the rest of my hair. That section, I have to be very light-handed because it will flake. And I OD'd and I tried to rinse it out or wipe it off with, water in my hands, but it was still a little bit too much. So I blame that on myself. We're going to try to be very careful today so we can get accurate results for both products and we can see which one does better. Okay, so we are starting on freshly washed, very deep conditioned hair. If you have not seen my how to deep condition step-by-step featuring the Mielle Organics Rosemary and Mint Strengthening Mask, please check that out. I will link that in the cards as well. And it has been, leave-in has been applied along with castor oil. I just like to use the Jamaican mango and lime black castor oil, the original version. I don't like all of the smells and stuff that come with it. But both of those things have been applied. I got my plastic bag still on because I wanted to maintain the moisture so I don't have to keep spraying with the spray bottle. If you've been following me and watching, then you already know what I'm doing here. And I am going to, this is really wet. I am going, ooh, it's dripping. That feeling when the water just like drips down your shirt. Just respectfully. Did not ask permission. Oh, okay. This is the only downside to this. As soon as you take off that bag, the water is flowing, you guys. Okay, so I'm splitting my hair down the middle. However, we are not going to just do a regular wash and go style today. I want to make sure, this is disrespectful. I want to make sure, just in case this look crazy and it don't work all the way out, that I have some kind of style that I could just maintain. So, the front section of my hair, we're going to be styling somehow, and I haven't quite figured out exactly how yet. I'm going to play it by ear, but I'm not going to keep the entire front section down. And usually this looks crazy. Usually by day 3 or 4, my really looser strands and curls are not looking the same, and I end up pulling them back anyway. So to avoid that, we're going to style the front and we're going to focus on curl definition and that wash and go look in the back half or 3/4 of my hair. Okay, let's get started. part, this section here. This in a little bantu knot till I'm ready to deal with it. And in this section, I think we're gonna be doing some twists or some braids or something here. So I'm gonna also separate this out so that when I'm ready to style, it's there, so I'm ready to go, and it's still fairly wet with water. I'm just gonna take this and put it up in a clip. Okay, gonna repeat for this side. And I'm gonna put my plastic cap back on. This is gonna be really kind of crazy looking, you guys, but just bear with me. This side is going to be the Tough Cookie side. This side will be the Mielle side. And keep it nice and fair and even. Before I start, because I realized when I looked at the consistencies of both of these again, they do not look the same. They do feel the same. Oh, it smells so good. They do feel the same going on, but they do not look the same. So pardon my error if I confused you when I said, oh, they remind me of one another in consistency. They do remind me of one another when they go on, but this one is a lot thicker. It's definitely jiggly than this. This one still kind of pours like water, like I'm about to make a mess right now. And this one definitely has a more of a like an aloe vera kind of consistency to it. So definitely two different gels. Definitely a lot thicker. Yeah, this one's definitely thinner. Not by much, but the important thing that we're looking at now is how it makes these curls pop, shine, and how much hold it has. So, let's get started. Alright, y'all, this loose section of the TPH by Taraji side is fully applied. And gonna stop messing with it. But as I said before, the curls start freezing into place like on contact. And so that is one of the things about this gel that I kind of like, because it doesn't matter if I finagle or, you know, manipulate this too much once it starts drying, because it's already kind of started setting that curl memory mechanism into place, and it just freezes. I'm just trying to get rid of some of this frizz. And now we are gonna do something a little different with this side section. I think we're gonna do a couple of flat twists. And I'm gonna apply some styling gel to this section as well from the Taraji line. Just not as much. I just want to make sure this is set and I don't want it to flake up on me. So I'm gonna try to be careful as I do this. So let's just take a section like that and get one of my clips. I'm trying to move this back if it'll cooperate with me right now. Doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate. Okay, just little fingertip of gel. I don't want to overdo it. Gel for the ends. I'm gonna kind of leave this loose and like a coil type situation. We'll see how that looks. Advise if you feel like you've applied too much gel, and you can kind of get that feeling when you start to see it build up as you're running it through your strands, just go ahead, run your hands under some water and smooth it over your gel. Don't wipe the gel completely out, but just smooth it over and try to get some of that excess gel out so you don't have to worry about it drying up and flaking on you after it's set. That's my one pro tip. Yeah, it's not the same stickiness. The Tough Cookie is definitely stickier. Definitely much more moisture in the Mielle. Or more moisturizing, I should say. I think this is why I see a lot of people, they'll like cocktail the Mielle with something stronger, like a wet line. I see people use that, and now I understand why. I can feel the difference between this one from Taraji's line and Mielle already. So I don't think it's meant to be a super strong hold. I think it's just meant to really define your curls and keep them moisturized, which is cool. It's not a problem. I'm not a huge fan of the crunch and munch, crunch and munch curls. I would rather have some nice definition and a soft hold any day. The crunchy thing kind of freaks me out a little bit. All right, final section. Well, final back section. Like this side was easier to get definition and less frizz than this side. I don't know if I'm tripping. It seemed like I had to deal with a lot more frizz on this side. All right, so now we're going to style this section and pull this section back like we did on the other side. So I'm gonna rush through that. Alright, you guys, that is a wrap. Well, not all the way a wrap. We have to sit under the dryer. We have to let this dry so you can see the true results. But at this time, I am going to give you guys a 360. Let you see definition to tough cookie side versus Mielle side. And when we come back from under the dryer, we're going to see the holding powers of each. My edges are always a struggle, but this was a real struggle. All right, so 360. Okay, and I will be back when this is dry. Hey, Natural Beauties. Okay, I am back. We are about 95% dry. I sat under the dryer. I sat under the dryer on cool and low this time. And then I took my handheld blow dryer with like a concentrator nozzle, and I just went in and got at my roots because it is a little bit later in the evening and I won't have as much time to air dry fully. So I just wanted to make sure I did that and kind of stretched my hair a little bit. And I have to say, I really, really like the result. I am going to take a little bit of my argan oil just to deal with any cast. I only really have a gel cast on this side. That is the side that I used, the Tough Cookie gel from the TPH line. This side, I feel some hold, but not a crunchy hold like I feel over here. So the hold is definitely stronger by like maybe like ×5. Like this is like a 3 on a scale of 10 as far as hold, and this is like an 8. It depends on how much you use. I think it can be even more of a hold. Okay, so initial observance. Let me turn it around so you guys can get a 360 of it before I mess with it too much. More volume over here, right? Is it because I messed with it, or there's definitely more volume? This is definitely more sleek, laid flat, more defined. This feels like it's just a bit poofier over here. And that might be how it holds and kind of gives like a hard cast, maybe due to that. This side's definitely softer. And let's see if we can look in here. Definitely have the definition. Definitely have the definition here. I feel like I see more frizz on this side underneath, but on top, it's almost even. It just feels like I have more volume over here. So if you want voluminous hold, stronger hold, then you want to rock with the TPH side. If you want soft, I think more defined hold, then you want to rock with the Coil Sculpting Custard from Mielle. Definitely when it came to me trying to do something to my edges, which I always have to just laugh at myself about because I don't know what I'm doing, but this side, and I actually went and I took like a scarf and I just tied this down while I was under the dryer because I knew if I didn't do that, both sides were going to be like popping up. I did that with this side as well. This side is like hard. This side is really softly laid down, but it is holding. I don't know how long that's going to stay like that. It probably feel like it might mess up overnight, but hey, gave me the look that I was going for, so both sides won't look crazy, you know, when I came back on camera. Just gonna get the rest of this oil off of my hands. The true test, I think, will be over the next few days when I see how well this holds up. I'm going to stretch them the same overnight, which maybe I'll do a video and kind of show you guys how I stretch it at night. But I really just take a section, I twist it, and I pin it up. And that's what I do to hold and to stretch my wash and goes throughout the week. But so far, I can't really tell which one I like more. I don't know. I like the hold here because I feel like this is going to stay nice and firm throughout the week. And I like the definition here. And I feel like it's just kind of like healthier on this side and more moisturized. You guys, let me know what you think. Do you have a preference? Do you see, does one side appear better to your liking than the other? This is definitely more volume over here. Let me know down in the comments if you like this boxing, if you like this video, if you like the challenge between the two gels, definitely give me a thumbs up. And if this is your first time watching a video on my channel, welcome. If you like the video, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and come back for more. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload new videos. Until then, you guys, I enjoyed this. This was kind of cool. And I like that I changed up the style because I was getting tired of having like my hair down kind of wash and go style every week. Like for me, it gets old really quick. I like to style my hair. So let me know if you like the style. Let me know down below in the comments. Until then, make sure you remember to live out loud on your truth and let your light shine. Bye.